Good morning, Paul. It's Tuesday, and I'm coming to you from my home. It's Tuesday morning. I had a really late night last night, and I'm going to have another late night tonight because of the new job I have, which is actually really good. I've crunched some numbers, and I found out that I'm going to be able to make around 10 grand in savings over the next year, which is so wonderful, especially if I'm ever going to try to have a baby with Kristen. Anyway, I got to see your video about your metaphor for life, and it was really interesting. I really liked the concepts that you were bringing up, that your progression as you live depends on your mastery of earlier skills. For example, when you said that you were trying to just run one machine, your one machine first was sleeping well, and then in order to move on to the next machine, you have to master this machine first. And then I think that's really how the way of life works, is that you build upon skill after skill after skill. When I was working with SARS, we were experimenting with learning outcomes and being able to actually teach people real and good concepts. And the only way for people to move forward, honestly, is to go back and to make sure that their foundation is all set. Like you said, if there are cracks in your foundation, there is no way that you can continue without mending those first. It's a house of cards, and if one is missing, the whole thing comes down. I personally like to compare my life to not one thing on top of another, even though that's honestly a lot of how life works. I like to think of it as I'm island hopping from skill to skill, and I visit these skills every once in a while. Now, all of these islands, they may not necessarily be part of one giant land mass underneath, but I can build on top of those islands, and perhaps one day they will all connect, and I can build a city there. There is one such city that was built that way, Mexico City, where there was a rock in the middle of, in the middle of the lake, and on that lake, on that rock, there stood an eagle with a snake. So from there, they built around it, and they were able to build a city on top of the lake, which is incredible. It's an incredible feat of skill, and I think that's what life for me is like, trying to build a life on top of the lake, or at least building a city that connects all of my little islands. So that's what's going on. This week I'm going to be working again more on honesty, because February is about honesty for me. I've just gotten myself a new job, so I'm going to try and show my coworkers and my manager that I am as trustworthy as they can find anybody to come by. I'd like to be able to be trusted here, and it's wonderful to be able to talk more about this with you. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and that everything is going well for you. Sure love you. See ya.